Lesson 9.5, Compare and Order Fractions. Harrison, Tad, and Dale ride their bikes to school. Harrison rides 3/4 a mile, Tad rides 3/8 a mile, and Dale rides 3/6 of a mile. Compare and order the distances the boys ride from least to greatest. So, circle the fractions you need to use. And then underline the sentence that tells you what you need to do. So we need to order them, or compare and order, from least to greatest. So you're using the fraction strips to help you with this, and remembering the more pieces a whole is divided into, the smaller the pieces are. The fewer pieces a whole is divided into, the larger the pieces are. So the first step is shade 1 unit fraction for each fraction strip. So 1/4, 1/8, and 1/6. So the longest unit fraction would be the 1/4. The shortest would be the 1/8. Shade 1 more unit fraction for each fraction strip. Okay, are the shaded fourths still the longest? Yes. Are the shaded eighths still the shortest? Yes. Step 3, continue shading the fraction strips so that 3 unit fractions are shaded for each strip. Are the shaded fourths still the longest? Yes. Are the shaded eighths still the shortest? Yes. 3/4 is the longest distance. 3/8 is the shortest distance. 3/6 mile is between the other two distances. So the distances in order from least to greatest are 3/8 mile, 3/6, and 3/4. You'll notice, again, this is based off of 9.3, where we had a common numerator, but a different denominator. And again, that's focusing on this rule. So order 2/6, 2/3, and 2/4 from greatest to least. So it's just asking you to order by thinking about the length of the unit fraction strips, then label the fraction shortest, between, or longest. So we're thinking about it in fraction, in sections of 1/6, 1/3, and 1/4. Okay, so again, it's a situation in which the numerator is the same, but the denominator is different. Remember again, the higher the denominator, the more pieces it's broken into, and the smaller the pieces. So that means that we have 2/6 would be the shortest. 1/4 or 2/4 would be between, and 2/3 or 1/3 would be the longest. When the numerators are the same, think about the blank of the pieces to compare and order the denominator or the order fractions. So again, we're looking at that whole thing. I'm not quite sure what they're asking for there, but it's because it's fairly late at night. So the order from greatest to least would be the opposite way around. So we got 2/3. The between number is 2/4. And the shortest or least is 2/6. Okay, order fractions with same denominator. Shade the fraction strips to order 5/8. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 8/8. And 3/8. When the denominators are the same, the size of the pieces is the same. So think about the blank of pieces to compare and order fractions. So the number. So blank is the shortest, 3/8, whereas 8/8, and again remember 8/8 is like saying one whole, because you have the same number on top as on bottom, and then 5/8 is in between. So the order from least to greatest is 3/8, 5/8, and 8/8. Okay, you guys are going to be doing a Google form. So for number 2, 3, 8, and 9, you're writing from the order from least to greatest. For 4 and 5, you're going to be going from greatest to least. So make sure that you're getting the difference. Number 12. In 15 minutes, Craig's sailboat went 3.6 miles. Gina's sailboat went 6.6 miles, and Stuart's sailboat went 4.6 miles. Whose sailboat went the longest distance in 15 minutes? Whose sailboat went the shortest distance? So you will have two different numbers or two different fractions, and they'll have the same label. Okay, number 15. Jesse ran 2/4 mile on Monday, 2/3 mile on Tuesday, and 2/8 mile on Wednesday. Which list orders the fractions from least to greatest?